scary it is to drive a truck, you know? Like,
Yeah.
it takes a long time to brake sometimes.
Yeah. Does it come with free speed?
Yeah, and now that I'm not driving a rented truck and I bought my own, I'm very wary of fucking it up.
Yeah, because you gotta pay for that shit.
I had to pay for the repairs, yeah. The other ways it would come out of my bill, but, like, you
It's not so
know,
bad.
it's not as bad. Whew.
Oh, hey, we're on YouTube.
All right.
That's awesome. I'm gonna give it a couple seconds just to make sure.
I wonder if the screen share would work. All right, tell me what my screen share looks like.
It's a truck.
There it is.
All right. Just trucking. It's pretty cool. Well, I'm speeding.
Wow, that 4 frames per second is lovely.
You got different views.
Oof. So Matt, I've already finished my regular side of nacho fries.
Oh, my car's stuck. Oh, fuck. Oh, man, look at that behind me. I'm sorry.
You know what's the best part about a side of nacho cheese dipping sauce?
You can just shotgun it, or you like shot it.
Well,
Just shoot it like a shooter
basically,
shot.
But if you can't crush the thing, it just becomes cheese cunnilingus.
Ew.
Gross.
Quesolingus? I guess would be the
There
term.
it is. Well, where's the L?
Oh.
How do I turn my lights on? They're there.
So I bought a breathalyzer to play with.
Okay. Let me save this so I can hop onto the old.
Wait, Matt, you can't use that. I'm not drunk yet.
Okay.
All
Alright, so let me hop on the
here we go.
YouTube.
I'm at .05. I can still drive.
www.twitch.tv.
Nacho Supreme. Nacho Fries Supreme.
Vermin Supreme.
Because I can get it with the beef and beans and the nacho cheese and the sour cream.
Did you just
All
say
the loveliness.
Spermin Supreme?
No, Vermin Supreme.
Okay. Alright, let me listen. Alright, everyone, this is where I'm going to sit and about how far away from the mic I'm going to be. Hey, boys, how's the podcast doing?
Hello,
Hi,
fellow
I'm John,
kids.
and this is my voice at... I'm at... Let me just make sure my levels are good. Properties.
Get those levels.
Maybe 82%. Alright, hey. Alright, Matt, go.
Hey, I'm Matt. My name is Matt. I have a cat. I don't have a baseball bat. That's my Matt rap. Matt rap. My name is Matt.
All right,
and
TJ.
I'm here to say I like to rap in a wholesome way.
I'll be home in 5 minutes, so it's going to change in a second.
Alright, that's fine. We can finish setting up.
Yeah.
Alright, let me listen to me and Matt at least.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna listen.
Should I go live to Twitch?
Why not? Everyone can
I'm
listen
doing
to
it.
Was it Boat Time or whatever it is?
Mukbang?
Social eating? Mukbang.
I'm gonna turn mine up just a tiny bit. It was a bit on the low side, so.
I'm gonna preemptively urinate.
ASMR, but
Okay, 85%. I think we're gonna go. Let me listen to that. Alright. Matt, can you talk too? Matt, talk. Alright.
he left. think Taco Bell gave me a spork? That'd be nice. Taco Bell did not give me a spork.
Matt's pooping.
Am I supposed to drink this?
Don't drink the cum.
I'm trying to find the best way to eat the rest of these nachos.
God damn, that was a good one. Oh my fuck witch. Hey there, we're live on Mad Hag Music.
Hooray!
Time for a twat salad.
Oh.
Hashtag Nets. Hashtag Live PD. Hashtag
Are the Nets playing right now?
the New York, the Brooklyn Nets are.
Yeah.
Things never said in Harry Potter. Hashtag Satan.
Let me tell you about the most exciting part of my week. I bought a power strip with 18 outlets.
What?
Yeah.
Hashtag
No longer do I have power strips and power strips and power strips. I just got one big ass motherfucker.
There's just something about electricity and power strips I still don't quite get yet. And one of the big things has to do with actually, in terms of electricity, it's batteries. Why putting two batteries together makes the potential difference double? Because I would imagine electrons going from the one positive to one negative and doing nothing. But I don't know.
It's all I know is when you add batteries together, the current stays the same, but the voltage doubles. So I
But if you put them in parallel, the current goes faster.
I don't know. Electricity is magic, basically. And chemistry is alchemy. There's no difference, because I don't understand the difference. And if I don't understand it, it's not a thing. Hashtag post-facts world.
I'm just pressing up the nacho fries into my face because they didn't give me a spork.
So is it like a tub of fries with nacho cheese poured over it, or like a fry container that you then dip into nacho cheese?
Both. You can get it either
Okay.
way. Because you can get it like you can get a nacho supreme or a nacho Bel Grande.
Can I buy nacho sauce at the store? Is that a thing I can do?
Yes.
Because
It's
that
delicious.
might be dangerous knowledge.
I forget the brand, but it might be. So you go right to the Mexican aisle in the grocery store. And I think I use.
My grocery store has an ethnic aisle. It's
It's in there.
you know,
That's
if you like
racist.
Mexican food or Thai food or Indian food, because that's all the same, right? It's
All
not,
right.
it's not all the same.
But still, now usually in that aisle you can get cans of nacho yellow cheese or even the white queso.
That sounds amazing.
It is.
All right.
It is amazing. Anyway, I'm gonna run inside.
Tweet salad has happened. We'll start as soon as TJ gets back.
Okay. I feel like a disgusting individual.
That's how I always feel after Taco Bell.
Yep.
When the fever.
We go live to TJ's house.
Yep. Be back.
Stop with the farting. Oh man, what happened? There was like, was there stuff that happened in the news, like video games?
No,
and
nothing
stuff?
happened.
Oh man,
John, can I ask you a question? Is wait, let me try and find it.
that was my answer.
Is a story in pictures or whatever the is that a parody account or is that like real?
What is?
That story in pictures Twitter account that you're always retweeting?
That has to be real because they post the same things over. They have like maybe 40 images that they post like.
I want it to be a
over and over
parody. I want, for the sake of humanity, for that to not be a real thing.
Yeah, it's not. It's what I really am hoping for is if they start posting like sponsor content and stuff. You're like, check out this weird article and stuff, you know, like.
Yeah.
Oh no. God damn it, I shouldn't have chugged that Diet Pepsi. Looking up, see if there's any fucking shit going down.
Nope.
Not a lot of video game news right now.
Let me check Polygon.
I don't know.
Oh no.
What?
PUBG's getting rid of the starter island.
I saw that.
Well, that game's over.
Booyah!
I like that, like, Wonder Woman snubbed by Oscar voters. Like, I don't know. I always hate it when, like, nerd websites are like, it should have been nominated for some, like, visual thing categories. And it's like, I guess. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
the people that nominate those are the people that work in the industry, so, you know, like, I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah, Oscars is weird. They like to nominate movies that are all about how important actors are.
Yeah, exactly. It's never been... Whew. Never been a place for, you know, not dramas to get nominated, so...
Yeah.
It's fine. I don't know if I would say any of the acting in that movie was particularly incredible. I mean, it was just a fun movie. Like, it was a good
and
movie.
like Gal Gadot's action choreography was amazing, but
oh, she's incredible. I love her.
You don't really get like nominated for that kind of stuff.
Nah, unfortunately, it's just not how it works. Okay, so I'm not too worried about this. I got a lot to talk about too. We could do Motel Hell. I don't have a milkshake duck of the week. Like, I can actually just like Google search milkshake duck, and like sometimes there's like news, and then it's like This person's a milkshake duck. Let's see here. Here we go. Best milkshake ducks of recent history on newshub.com. This looks terrible.
Well, if it's on newshub.com, you know it's good.
Well, this one isn't real. That doesn't count. There's the mom that wear the Chewbacca mask and laughed at it. There's just like people like were saying, "Oh, she's just got famous because stupid." And it's like, okay, I don't even remember that thing existed anyway. That's not a backlash though. I didn't find out she was like secret like murderer.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry. All right. Whew. Time to get drinky.
Yeah. Glug, 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 glug.
I found basically an alcoholic Mountain Dew.
Oh, that sounds
Oh, wow.
awful.
It's not bad. It's just a malt beverage. It has a basic citrus soda tasty.
What's it called?
Not Your Father's Mountain Ale.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. I didn't know they did a Mountain Dew. I've had their root beer, and I think it was all right. I don't really remember.
And
But
then
I know they
have
have like grape soda and stuff too.
yeah, I got the other brand for the cherry cola. What was the other major brand?
Chicka cherry cola.
I don't
Fuck.
think it's Mike's. It's the other one. Maybe it is
No.
Mike's. No. What is it? It's that one brand that has the advertising slogan, "Live life
It was
hard-ish."
Henry's hard soda.
Henry's hard soda.
Uh-huh.
That's it. Like, it's some dude's name. I don't remember whose it was. I should get Discord up. I should get Twitch up. Let me just get started. Did you guys start without me yet?
Nah, we would never do that.
Okay.
And I'm your co-host, TJ May.
We definitely didn't start.
Okay.
I got a milkshake duck of the week, so
All right,
I
finally.
like this
Jesus.
segment a lot because it really gets my
Blood pumping?
my misery vampire stuff going.
Gets your wiener hard.
Yeah, it gets my dick hard for misery.
I like it
God,
'cause it
that's
get-
going to be taken out of context. What the fuck happened there? All right. Formatting got weird. All right. Well, let me go to our actual channel and we'll see. All right. We're good. I can go on Facebook too. This is why nobody watches.
No,
This is just like,
it still says starting soon. Like, it doesn't matter. This doesn't count.
oh, fucking Christ. That is why nobody listens.
Yes.
How do I post on our Facebook page is my question.
I don't know. What's
Tell him
Facebook?
to fuck off Facebook.
I don't even know how you post on here now. I can go to the page. Oh, here's the write something.
It doesn't matter. You're gonna have to pay like $30 to make anyone see it anyway.
I know, right? Recording live.
You could do it with like $9.
Anyway.
Not enough people will see it.
9.
9.
Did
Okay.
you know
So I
the
have
Nazis
posted
tried
on
to
our
assassinate Winston Churchill with an exploding chocolate bar? Because I just
Really?
learned that. Yeah.
I have a feeling his digestive tract was just strong enough to digest the explosives.
Okay. All right, Matt, shut the fucking music off so I can get
You
some levels.
shut your
goddamn
fucking
ass
music
fuck.
up.
All right. Let me
My mom's
listen. All right,
music.
here's where I'm at. Here's Matt, can you go? And then TJ?
Yeah, this is how I sound.
Nope, that's really bad. Can you do it for real?
Okay, this is how I sound.
Okay. TJ?
Yep, that's me. I'm on the Discord.
Okay.
It's the me,
All right.
TJ.
Wahoo!
Uh-huh.
What?
All right, I think we all sound good. Matt, if you want to give it a quick listen, just as a little check. Let's get the doc together. You wanted to... Matt's got some hot takes, so we can go right. All right, I think we all sound good. Matt, if you want to give it a quick listen, just as a little
This is what I sound like. Let me test
Let's
this.
get the doc together. You wanted to...
Yeah.
And Matt's got some hot takes, so we can go right. All right, I think we all sound good.
We got some Twitch
Matt, if you
viewers.
want to give it a quick listen, just as
Isn't that just me?
all three of us.
This is what I
us.
sound. Okay, yeah, we're good.
I was us.
Hey, Twitch. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for your bits. Thank you for... Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm being a Twitch person.
How's it going? Having fun with Twitch chat.
Yep, we're all in Twitch chat.
Blurg. All right, let's get this show on the
All right, let's
show
do it.
place.
All right. Welcome to Born in the 80s, episode 299. I'm your host, John Rowe, joined by my co-hosts.
Matt Haig.
And TJ May.
Oh, we're back again, boys. We're on the eve of something big.
We're back in
$2.99.
the saddle again.
Hey!
That's how it is. We're back in beige.
Do. Do.
That was like a cover album. Of like acoustic covers.
Oh God, back in
beige.
beige. It's just like soft jazz acoustic.
I love it.
Back
Soft
in
jazz. Okay, so we're here. How Matt?
Yeah.
You sound like you had some hot topics you wanted to get off your chest here.
Yeah.
What's up? Hot topic
feel
is
like-
closing.
I kind of feel like I'm stepping on TJ's toes with this one, but I'm obsessed with the Chinese meme.
TJ, how do you feel about this?
I mean, there's more than one meme corner to make a meme room.
Yeah,
There's
at
enough
least
room
4.
for everyone.
It's
I don't know.
it's the
Matt's
Chinese
meme corner.
Matt's meme corner. Okay, have you heard about this "Karma's a bitch" meme?
No. Fill me in.
It's just people like looking plain, and then they like wipe a sheet over themselves, kind of like they're pulling off, like, you know, when you pull off a tablecloth or something, and there's
Okay.
a quick cut, and suddenly they're in like a glamour shot in slow motion, and they go, "Karma's a bitch," and so it started off just like the second version would be them all like made up and like soft focused up and shit, but then people just kept doing what people do and be getting weird with it. And so now if you find a Karma's a Bitch compilation, it's just the most delightful thing.
Okay.
This sounds hilarious. I have not seen any of this at all.
I'm gonna find this thing and put it in the doc, and
I'm watching yeah, this is very much an Eastern world thing, judging on the people. And so you put it, so this is like so funny too, because it's like, this is like what people do when they don't have like Vine, you know? So
Yeah.
yeah, just do these weird little Vine tricks.
so TJ, I put it in the doc if you want to check it out.
So wait, this started from the CW show Riverdale?
I have no idea.
Yeah, a character Veronica says, "Karma's a bitch."
There's some song that they're all like lip syncing.
Yeah, and I
to.
think that they like lip sync, and then yeah. So
It makes me laugh so much.
yeah, I just like how also that like it's so like ridiculous, as in like. I guess what you do is you just get like a light to blast your face so that you can't see anything, basically, and that's how it works. I don't know. That's a fun little thing, though.
Like a filter kind of deal.
All right, so how is this gonna get racist?
I think when white people start doing it, that's when it gets racist.
That's every meme, so it's gonna be there. They're gonna be just like Karma's a bitch, and then everyone's gonna be having like MAGA hats. When they flip it off, you know.
No.
It's happening.
Don't ruin it. It's so delightful.
I'm not even watching this with sound, but this is great.
Yeah, well, the sound is good because it's a fun song. Like, oh my god, I have fucking Truck Simulator running in the background still.
You dumb son of a bitch.
I forgot about it. Okay, so, oh, that's fun. Little China meme. Little different. I always like it when you see like a meme that gets really popular in a foreign country, and you kind of just get a little snapshot of that country's like pop
like,
culture.
Oh man,
a little
there's
bit.
like this whole other culture going on. Like the world is a large place
with its own meme circles.
Basically, their own internet culture.
Yeah,
Let's get a Matt check here real quick. We'll do the countdown. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
What are you doing?
2.
Oh, Matt's got a breathalyzer, so he wants to see where he's at. He's trying to keep it at a good level tonight. That's good.
0.15. No, that's not a. See, this is okay.
Wait, 0.15.
Yeah,
you were 0.05 before we started. What happened?
No, it's because this is such a cheap piece of shit breathalyzer that it can't distinguish from like what's in your mouth. So I tested it earlier today where I just swished a sip of beer around my mouth and it gave me like a 0.17.
Okay.
But it's fun. I figured it'd be fun to mess around with at bars and shit.
Yeah, of course. That's fun.
You should do the swish in your mouth and then try to do the palate cleanser. Just swish some water out and spit it out and see how that changes it.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Matt, I hear if you eat a bunch of breath mints, before the cops get you.
See, I heard Tide Pods are. You won't get your breathalyzer will be fine if you eat a bunch of Tide Pods in the car.
There it is, Tide Pods. I always carry a couple underneath the front seat, so when I'm out driving.
Drink driving. Drink driving.
That's the British way of saying it. That's what they say. Ye old Queensland. No, wait, that's
what
Australia.
my favorite thing is the... Okay, so I watch F1 racing for some reason, because I hate myself. And they always have Heineken ads, and it says, when you drive, never drink. And I always am like, that just seems like the other way around. I feel like when you're already driving. You're like, oh shit, I drank. Well, too late, already driving.
Yeah. Well, they don't want to say don't drink because that's kind of their whole business model.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. They're just like, hey, fucking get an Uber, god damn it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, okay, we can't have that ad. You got to get rid of that. So, yeah. That should be like, I feel like Uber could capitalize on that. They'd just be like, we're always your DD. Also, we may kidnap you.
So Uber's evil.
You may be murdered. Sorry, what?
This is the thing I learned. Uber is well, I should say I don't know, like, since they ousted their founder, if they're still super evil, but when he was in charge, they were super duper like robber baron style evil. They had a program called God's Eye that they used to track VIPs, but their employees kept getting in trouble for using it to stalk their ex-girlfriends and shit.
Yeah, I mean, it just kind of seems like... And that's actually kind of like a really interesting thing when you think about it. Like, now, like, my current job working for a multinational company, like, you have to have, like super strong like standards and business practices and ingrained like ways of doing things, because if you don't have that, people just will abuse stuff because they won't even think about it. Like they'll just be, and so like these startups, they don't have any of that culture. They're just like, we're new, we're Silicon Valley, we're doing cool new stuff, we're innovating.
And Uber is another one of those companies where the ride service is not the product, the data's the product.
No.
And you're the product.
Exactly. Yeah.
and they don't care how they use you.
Oh yeah. And it's the same with the drivers. I mean, eventually they're going to replace them all with robots. So they don't care. Like, they're just getting that data down so that they can program the robots better. You know, like, shit. That's coming. Man.
Fucked.
Matt, you should be an Uber driver, though. It'd help you afford stuff. You could get another VR headset.
No, I'll start the farmers market in a couple months.
Oh, there you go.
Fine.
A little extra cash. Fun. That sounds like a fun thing to do.
It is fun.
Other than getting up.
And like, you don't realize how big of a difference $80 a week makes until you stop getting it. And I'm like,
that's
oh
a lot.
shit, rent's due.
That adds up.
Yeah.
Yeah. You could start a smoking habit.
I could.
$80 a week.
I won't.
Right there. I'm just saying, like, you can afford it now. You know, you want to get in that trendy. Did you see the new Philip Morris thing that they were trying to get put out?
No.
The new vaping.
Isn't Philip Morris getting on? One of the cigarette companies was trying to get in on legal weed.
Mm-hmm. Possibly. So FDA panel had an advisory vote saying that it's IQOS is this new thing. And I'll put it up on screen share here. Oh boy, I gotta be careful. I can't screen share my milkshake duck stuff for the future because I don't want to ruin. Let me just make sure. Okay, cool. None of the headlines ruin any of the surprises. So I gotta get the Hangouts up. All right, so I just kind of want to show what the device is. So it's not vaping, but it's it's basically vaping. It's this little pen thing with like an iPod or iPhone like size charger thing, I guess.
Yeah. And
you put in like a tobacco like pellet, and it's not like a vape thing because it's not. Is it
like
vapor.
The e-cigarette stuff?
It's not though, because it's not liquid. It's a little like puck of tobacco, and it's a dryer vape. Up the yes, and so it heats it up like 300 degrees, and then
I've heard that
the air.
You can do this with other things. Mm-hmm. An older boy told me that
you were pressured at a party.
Yeah, the trick is to just heat it up in a sort of, I think it's kind of it's not fully an anaerobic environment, but they try to keep the oxygen out so it doesn't combust. It just basically atomizes some of the oils and shit without actually combusting.
I just love how it's like they put the fucking little I in front of it. They're like, iPod, you got your iCig now, you know? Like, god damn it. We're past that, I think, as a society. You know?
Yeah, that was like 11 years ago.
I know, right? But so they wanted the FDA to vote to like allow them to market it as safer smoking. And so I guess they gave qualified support for claims, but they're not allowed to use it in marketing, I guess. Because they're like, you know what? There's just not evidence that you don't get the benefit of the doubt when you send evidence to us at this point. So we're not going to give that to you, you know? So, I mean, I feel, okay. Now, as I've gotten older, I feel like I've become more conservative. This big company, Philip Morris, they got to cut them a little bit of slack here because you have all these tiny e-cig companies that are just throwing out like fucking vape juice that gives you like popcorn lung and shit. And it's like,
well, you
we're
can't
trying
get
to put out a real
vape juice.
Yeah, but I mean, like, they're like, well, the stuff with the diacetyl in it, but like they're trying to really obviously push something and have controls and go through the proper channels So, I mean, I don't know. But it's a fucking terrible company because they lied to the public for decades.
Yeah.
So I guess I can't really give them that much of a slack.
They've got a bit of a history.
Yeah, right. Yeah, they don't deserve our empathy really, but you know, it's kind of one of those things. Especially because they basically, once the U.S. locked them out, they're like, hey, let's market in Russia where they don't have any regulations. We can just do whatever the fuck we want. Yeah, it's kind of fucked up. Yes. The person in the chat actually said they totally did that. Yes, they had a cost analysis and determined that smokers are actually better because they die younger, so they take up less health care.
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
Well, they're not alone in that. There's that famous study that got referenced in Fight Club where the car companies, they'll take the estimation of like payout from wrongful deaths.
Yeah.
And like how much it would cost to do a recall, and if one's higher than the other, I guess you just die.
That's capitalism. That's how it works.
Yay,
you know?
America.
Yeah, it's a good system. Yeah, no regulations. It'll be fine. Let's get those driverless
let's
cars just
deregulate
mowing
these
around
guys.
everywhere. Yeah. So, but anyway, stay tuned after the podcast for Matt's Vape Hour. Gonna be doing some vape tricks.
Yeah, I'm gonna make blow some cotton, the sweetest cotton.
You're gonna. So you know that part in you know what the fucking craziest thing is when I think about the Lord of the Rings movies, is that Gandalf was a fucking pothead.
Yeah,
like they're smoking like weed.
Everybody, the finest weed in all the Shire.
Yeah, man, they were like just fucking
finest weed in the South Valley.
You got it right there. You had it, like, you know. So that's where Adam is this week.
I mean, even Merry and Pippin after the battle of Minas Tirith.
I don't remember.
The frickin' tower.
Yeah, they're like,
hey,
we got these trees to help us fucking stop this evil wizard. Now let's fucking smoke some trees, baby.
Yeah, it was in the extended edition. There was a whole extra scene of them stealing food and getting lit.
Yeah, getting like fucking munchies. I mean, no, why do you think the hobbits have to eat like 6 meals a day? They're fucking baked all the time. That's why like when people say like what type of race would you want to be in the Lord of the Rings world? And I was like, dude, Hobbit, the whole way. You fucking hang out in this beautiful like garden world, smoke weed all the time.
You basically live forever.
Live to be like 90, you know, like because 11D1 was old for a Hobbit, but not like you're crazy, like because he was able to live longer because of the ring. But you know, so it's like, you know, you live to be good life. You know, you're not an elf. I mean, look at the elves. They're the saddest looking race. Yeah.
Plus, there was that whole drinking contest between Legolas and Gimli, and you can't get drunk if you're an elf. It just doesn't affect you. That's no fun.
Yeah, I always like. There has to be something to get them fucking lit, though. You know what I mean? What in Lord of the Rings gets them fucking off? Well, the ring, the one ring. You saw the elves.
Yeah.
When they saw that ring, they're like, fucking, that's it. They put the ring on, they get off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, there was a reason that Led Zeppelin on tour would just take acid and read Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good stuff.
Yeah. That's like funny too, because like Led Zeppelin is like, hey, let's go to the weight room and the football team and listen to some Zepp. And they're like singing about like hobbits, you know? And you're like,
the first time I realized what the words to ramble on were, it's like Gollum and the evil one took my baby away. Like, holy shit, you're a bunch of nerds.
Yeah, really. It's like, oh man, secret nerds. You know, but that's all like metal like that. Like,
a
lot of those metal people are way into like Ren fairs and stuff, you know. I think it's
or like Norse mythology.
Yeah. Because I think I forget who it is. Richie Blackmore, I think, plays like the lute and stuff. Like first, and he was the guitarist for what band was he? Deep Purple. Yeah, but he's like way into Ren Fair kind of stuff now. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Does he have some
it's what he
sweet
does.
electric loot?
Yeah, he's on a band called Blackmore. Let me just get you the image. Oh my God, of this on the Google, and then we can all describe it because this will be on the podcast. No one will be able to tell. But here is the band, Blackmore's band here in 2012.
That's awesome.
So that's kind of
like something
very
out of
metal.
Spinal Tap.
That's fucking metal as shit right there.
Oh
So-
man, I just thought of a great game. I don't know when we would do it because it's visual, so we won't be able to do it on the podcast. But if I just show you a bunch of metal band logos and you try to read what they say,
Not so easy, huh?
no, it's basically like the metal aesthetic is just like shit going everywhere.
Well, just like have lots of corners and edges and you can't really figure it out.
Yeah, so let me see if I can screenshot.
Sorry, I had to
you
save
guys.
that image so when we publish the episode, I got some background art.
All right.
But yeah. So what else? We got to switch topics here. So
Hold on.
TJ, why don't you talk about our segment? Oh wait, you're presenting right now.
Can you see anything on my screen?
I can see your face,
Oh shit. No.
so I don't think it's gonna work, Matt.
All right. Well, trust
Not
me.
gonna work.
I'll show
We'll do it
this
later.
on the stream. These are what metal logos look like,
Yeah,
and they're something.
yeah.
They're really something.
So, TJ, are you
Yeah.
ready for your segment that you prepared tonight for?
Fuck you assholes doing?
What is this YouTube
I'm
video?
so freaking loaded on nacho fries.
Yeah, so hashtag hack the menu is back this week. I just read about this today. When did they launch their new fries?
It must have been in the past couple weeks. I think Matt had mentioned them on the podcast, but they weren't ready
Yeah.
when he went to a Taco Bell.
Yeah, I heard about them,
and-
and they weren't selling them yet.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
So
so
I
it
just
is
wanted
national
tonight.
now. Yeah, it says.
Yeah, I wanted dinner tonight, and I happened to go there, and I'm like, oh, nacho fries.
Mm-hmm.
Guess I know what I'm going to add to my meal.
It's $1, right? For the nacho
So-
fries?
So nacho fries come in 3 varieties.
Okay.
Not varieties, but
All right.
styles of. Well, it comes the same 3 ways that nachos come. There's just the nachos, which are the chips and cheese, or in this case, it's the fries and nacho cheese.
Uh-huh.
That's the $1.
Okay, yep. How much you
But then-
get? Is it a good amount?
It's a good amount.
It looks small.
Well, it's what you expect when you get that little bag of nachos. Like you get the
Okay,
bag of
okay,
chips
okay,
and you
okay.
get the cheese.
So it's fries instead of the chips. Got it.
Exactly. It's not a
Yeah.
bag though. They do a little fry cup.
Yeah.
And then they also do it in the Nacho Chips Supreme and Nacho Chips Bel Grande for the 2 different sizes of the loaded nachos, which is the put down the nacho fries, throw on the nacho cheese, beef. They actually don't. Do they do beans in this? I just ate it, so I wasn't paying attention to it. But
You got the Bel
nacho
Grande?
cheese, beef,
Looks like
tomatoes, sour cream.
tomatoes. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there's beans on it. I do it no
You-
tomatoes because
You could add beans though here. 25 cents
Yeah, you
more.
could add beans, of course.
Beans. I love beans. I love refried beans.
But yeah,
That's wrong.
oh yeah,
Look at
but
that
yeah,
box.
you could do that as the Bel Grande or the Supreme, which is just same thing but different size. So I went ahead and just ordered my regular 3 tacos meal, and I got 1 order of the $1 nacho fries
Okay.
and 1 order of the nacho fries Supreme.
Okay. So
No
you're
tomatoes.
frying it up.
Yes. So I needed a control. So first bite obviously was fry by itself, and the fry tastes like a. Think about the size of a Burger King fry in terms of
Okay.
thickness.
We got the
but
the
it's got
professor
this.
here.
Yeah, it has a seasoning style similar to Arby's,
Okay.
but a bit more spicy.
Okay.
Like they add maybe a little bit of chili powder, a little bit of cumin,
Okay.
something you'd expect
More
to make
Southwest.
it more southwestern,
Okay,
instead
cool.
of just like paprika and salt.
Okay.
And having it by itself is pretty good. Nothing to write home about, but pretty good.
Mhm.
Having it in the nacho cheese though
Mm.
was really good.
I
was
love
really
nacho
good.
cheese.
It
And
is
I don't
the
just say
best.
that because I'm from Wisconsin.
Yep.
No,
Nacho
TJ and I were
cheese.
talking about this beforehand, and you can buy that shit at the store.
What? Just the
Nacho
wait,
cheese.
Straight up nacho cheese. I
the
might
Taco
do
Bell
that.
nacho cheese?
Not
can do
officially the
that,
Taco
too.
Bell one, but
Well, I
What do
know
you-
at Woodman's here in town, you can buy a bunch of Taco Bell related products. Like
Oh,
Taco
wait.
Bell brand
What do you mean
salsa
by
and
nacho
shit.
cheese? You're not talking about like the Tostitos queso, right?
no.
Yeah, I want the fucking orange neon fucking goop. That's
Yes.
the
Yeah,
nacho
the
cheese.
not
I
at
want.
all
You can
human
get
food
that.
food.
And I'll have to double check, but I swear that the brand I would get sometimes for that would be the La Preferida.
Okay.
Might be a different brand, but that was one that I would get. They have a regular nacho cheese as well as a white queso.
Yeah, one of my
You
favorites.
can also buy soft pretzels in the frozen food section.
Yes, those are good. Now, one of my favorites to get is the Fritos nacho cheese that comes in a can. Like you have to
Okay,
pull
yeah.
tab the top
What?
off.
Yep.
That shit is like the same nacho
That's pretty-
cheese goop. It is like
That stuff's really good.
Yeah, I love that stuff, and I'd prefer that over just like the Tostitos queso, because the consistency on that's just not the neon orange game day goop that I like, So
On the other side of things, if I'm not going nacho spicy, but I want something else, I'll get 1 part Velveeta and 1 part the beanless chili, mix that whole thing together, and that's my chili cheese dip. You just throw that in a slow cooker and it's nummy. Or on the fly in the microwave, but slow cooker's better. But anyway, then I had that the Supreme. It's really good with all the toppings, but not easy to eat with your fingers because everything's sloppy
Yeah, I
and
can
falling
imagine.
apart. So, for our listeners of the audio version of this podcast, they can listen to me basically just hammer into the remainder just by shoving my mouth into it. After the show.
oh, nice. Hey guys, we did a little hack the menu here. Well, let's go across the Pacific to the Japanese Taco Bell website
Oh
to
shit!
see what we got.
So what? That looks pretty dang good.
So it's called the California Burrito. It's the first thing they have here. It's your favorite meat, which is the ground beef, but they can't call it ground
Well,
beef.
my
I'm
favorite
sure.
meat is human. So
So you
That's
get what you're
false
Are you
saying.
sure that's why? Because they might have multiple
Customizable?
meat options.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
But that's French fries, guacamole, sour cream, nacho cheese, tomato, and beef. That sounds fucking good.
That looks really good.
Yeah, I'm digging that. Let's see what else we got here.
Because that's the same fries that I'm having, I think.
Okay, this is basically the same
oh
menu.
yeah,
at this
shit! If
point.
it's like taco flavored fries in there,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just looking for the weird stuff that the Japan has.
like
Doesn't look.
the
They got the
the
chocodilla.
squid crunch supreme.
Oh, the
Mm-hmm.
chocodilla, which is
They have the
here's the chocoladilla.
They got the cheesy fries and cheesy chips there as well.
Man,
Mexican fries
America's
and
last
Mexican
on
chips.
everything.
I know, right? They got loaded fries, taco party pack. Man,
Well, they got a smaller number of stores to service, so they can go with a lot of those limited items on the consistent.
here you go. Here's how you get it. 1 through 6, you choose taco beef, carnitas pork, or grilled chicken. So your favorite
yeah.
meat is the choice between those 3, I'm sure. So add
Carnitas
fajita
pork.
veggies.
That sounds really good.
Yeah, get that over here. Anyway, look at that delightful Taco Bell.
Pork's not even that expensive. Why would that not be a thing here?
I'm really disappointed that they don't have any real weird stuff. Come on, for Taco Bell, right?
Yeah.
To not have some.
I mean,
you know what though? Mexican food in Japan is probably weird to begin with. You know,
Yeah,
that
it's
makes
already
sense.
kind of an
It's,
oddity.
especially it's Americanized Mexican food in Japan.
but But this almost looks like, from the way that they're setting things, a lot of this stuff has guac. A lot of this, like, good guac, it looks like. It's possibly that it's Mexicanized, Americanized Mexican food.
It's gone through 3 different rotations here.
We're through the looking glass now.
What are those desserts? Because the other stuff looks really good, too. With, like, the soft serve and whatnot.
Well, it looks like just soft serve ice cream with maybe some cinnamon sugar. Soft serve with like cinnamon sugar, like tortilla chips, cinnamon tostadas.
Okay.
And then one with like caramel and chocolate sauce all over it. So just like cinnamon twists, but not twisted, but just like in chips form maybe. Those look pretty good. I like cinnamon twists. You know, I never order them, but they're good. All right.
I mean, cinnamon twists are just budget. The heck are those things called?
Churros?
Churros. They're budget churros.
So nothing
That's what
crazy.
That's what I liked about Taco John's. They had really good churros.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Taco John's is good. I work near the Taco John's in Monona, so. Dear God. All right, one more Hack the Menu segment. We're going back to it.
All right.
All right, check out the screen share. Japanese Burger King.
I fucking knew Burger King would be the place to go.
It's always Burger King.
So they got a
shrimp Whopper.
Shrimp
That sounds
tartare
so good,
Whopper,
though.
which
Sounds
is
so good.
a Whopper with shrimp and tartar sauce.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
I would not call it tartare. It's just shrimp tartar. Shrimp tartar Whopper.
And then they have a shrimp cocktail Whopper, which is, I'm assuming, just shrimp with cocktail sauce.
That's
That
what it
sounds
looks like,
pretty
and it
dang
looks
good,
fucking
actually.
good. If the
Winter
shrimp
Whopper
really
lands.
looks like that in person, then yeah, that looks
All right.
fucking good.
Well, in general, mixed meat burgers have always been really good, where you take a burger and then you add another kind of meat on it.
yeah, especially like a surf and turf style.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, it looks like they have pretty much the same kind of stuff here. They got an avocado Whopper, a Whopper with a hash brown patty in there. That
A
sounds kind of fun.
4-cheese Whopper?
Yeah, they got 4 different kind of cheese, baby.
Although they spell it wrong, it says Whapper.
Well, you know, looks like some cheese sauces thrown in
Whapper.
there. But you know what I love about all these Burger King burgers on this
Whapper.
here is if you look at the images, it is just heaps of mayo on the top because
They
I don't know what it is
love
about
the mayo.
Japan. They fucking love mayonnaise in Japan.
They put mayonnaise and sweet corn on pizza.
So we got teriyaki Whapper. I love this. It's Google Translate doing this. We got the Whapper. Teriyaki Whapper cheese. Oh my god. Whapper Jr. Teriyaki lettuce burger. Little teriyaki patty. That sounds pretty good. So, we got to go to the fish section now here. See what weird stuff they
Yeah.
got.
Do
No,
we?
nothing weird. The Chicken Big King, which is just like this is a Big Mac but with chicken patties.
We have the Chicken Big King here too.
Oh, do they?
They did both.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. They have the fish burger, which is
No
a
one
fish
gets it.
sandwich. And then chicken tartar,
Shit's
which is
making
just
me
the
too
chicken
hungry.
patty with tartar sauce. I know, right? And I like 8. Oh, it's been a while now, actually, now that I think about it. But so I don't know. They have some weird stuff. What? Breakfast. Hot dog. Get your breakfast hot dog. And we've got Spam and cheese breakfast sandwich.
Oh,
See, that doesn't
is
sound bad.
spam a thing there?
Yeah, it isn't. It isn't in like Asian countries, especially like
Oh, really?
the Philippines. I know they're big into spam.
Yeah, I know like island nations generally are. Well, I guess Japan's an island nation, but like, and Hawaii is huge
Yeah,
on
so
spam just
I
because
think
it's
this,
like
yeah,
from back in the day, it was easy to ship there.
yeah. So I think that has a lot to do with in World War II, the GIs would have
Army
spam.
bases and shit. Yeah,
Yeah,
that makes
yeah,
sense.
and they would serve it, and like it was kind of like a thing that was like, hey, this is I don't know. So it goes back, you know. There's like a little tradition around it. So anyway, I think that's enough weird menu items for this week. We got to keep them up. Next time we do a hack menu, maybe we'll have to try some whatchamacallit, some halal stuff. because I think the United Arab Emirates has some weird stuff on their Taco Bell and like Burger King
I
menus.
bet.
Oh yeah, that would
Like
make sense.
a goat burger, maybe, you know, like, or Indian stuff might be interesting to look at. So we'll check that next time we do a Hack the Menu segment. But we should move on.
I would eat a goat burger. Sounds good.
Yeah. Matt's karma a bitch right now.
What?
Matt,
What?
are you gonna do your own karma's a bitch meme?
Oh no. Hey.
You don't even have a blanket.
I
You
do
fucking
though.
disgust me. Oh, here it is. All right, here we go.
Blurb. Karma's a bit.
Karma's a bitch. All right. All right. I guess I can talk about something.
Yeah, what's going on with you, John?
Can we talk about we got to talk about I think we talked, did we talk about this at the end of the podcast, but not when we were recording? The YouTube apocalypse?
A little bit here and there, yeah.
I don't remember.
So
Every year they seem to go through a different apocalypse.
Yeah, so this is the newest one. So they changed the monetization on YouTube, talking about creators that... All right, so let's get into this. So your boy, Logan Paul, posted a
your boy.
video where he was like, bro, check out this suicide forest. Oh, it's totally a dead guy. Video. And YouTube was like, fuck, man. We got to control our content. Channels under 1,000 subscribers can't be monetizing. That'll fix this. I mean, I feel like that was an interesting thing because I think, TJ, you brought up some good points about how, I mean, really, if you have less than 1,000 viewers or 4,000 hours of watch time, you're not making significant money on YouTube, so why should they risk having these creators? Yeah. But also, they kind of rolled it out as like, hey, we're doing stuff to moderate, but this wouldn't affect the person that brought this up. Like, they're just using it as an excuse to roll out some moderation.
Not directly, but if they narrowed the pool of monetization and then were able to do more direct human observation because it was a smaller pool, that would make more sense.
I think the problem I have with it is that they put it out as like, hey, we're going to do something, but they didn't address big channels that do stuff like this. Like, yeah, Logan Paul happened. They removed his, like, partner content and, like, his preferred ad status. But what's going to happen for the next Logan Paul? Like, they didn't do anything to put any, like, stops in place for stuff like this happening again. I mean, they're going to get another black eye because there's going to be another... YouTube vlogger or something that's going to do something horrible, and they're going to not have caught it because they're really, I mean, at least what they're basing on this change is they're going to work on their cutting off the small channels, so it'll get rid of the people, spouting racist crap in front of a Nazi flag, getting like a Coke commercial put on it. But it's not going to stop these big channels from having fuck ups like this because there's no real moderation, It's still all algorithmic, and I know they're talking about
not smart enough yet.
I know they're talking about pushing harder on doing more actual review, but that's not what this most recent change has done. I don't know.
I really don't think this update had anything to do as being a response to the Logan Paul thing.
Sure, but
I think this was an update they were planning on rolling out at the beginning of the year.
Sure, but it
just
felt
happened
that
to be
way.
timed with this.
It felt that way
because they did nothing with the Logan Paul thing.
Well, yeah, they just removed his their collaboration stuff with him, but it's like, well, you did that to Jake Paul, and he's still going around being an awful person. Like, didn't really stop that. You just stopped. You're willing to take their money, but you're not willing to do free promotion for them anymore. You know what I mean? You're like willing to earn the money off of it. But anyway, I don't know. It's
I figured
fucked
out
up.
how
That's
to
why
fix
I'm saying
YouTube. All we have to do is reopen Vine.
I know. But that's why I was like talking to some people that have some smaller channels, and they're like, what do we do? What do we do? And it's like, dude, just go to Patreon.
Yeah.
Like if you get like, you know, even if you have like videos where you put out videos weekly or 2 a week or 3 a week, and you put out videos and you have 3 people, or not 3 people, you have, you know, like 100 people watching each video. If you can get 3 or 4 of those people to put in $1 a month, I mean, you're making some money. You know what I mean? You're getting something back. So I don't know. It's kind of one of those things that's just like,
and it also helps to contribute to what I would like the future of the internet to be, which is not ad supported.
correct.
I think we're just in this weird ad supported internet, like as a relic of the past, because we're like, oh, TV, that's how TV did it. So internet does it this way.
Yeah.
But I would like to not be that way. And like, I experimented with putting ads on my YouTube videos because I thought like maybe YouTube would promote them more if they were ads on and they could make money off of it. And I made like $3 in a month. So a lot of people like my size that are trying to make money off of ads, it's just not going to happen. Just
nah.
Because ads are an indiscriminate monetization scheme.
Correct.
It's all about numbers, whereas Patreon, it's more about depth. And if you have like 3 people that really, really love your shit, they'll support you, which I think is the better way to go in general.
Yeah. It really is, because you look at a lot of creators that have gone from YouTube monetization to Patreon. I mean, obviously not everything's a success story there, but the great thing about Patreon, and I'll keep like fucking harping on how good it is that it's just a literal direct payment to a creator. Like, you know, I mean, not like PayPal would be, but like literally a way to set up recurring payments where creators can post updates and links, you know, and it's just a way to get around the whole fucking ads. Yeah, God, you can just like, 'cause if I like a podcast, I can throw them $1 a month, you know, easy.
Patreon, their best asset is their name and the fact that they're known and trusted, because like I could throw a PayPal subscription link on my website, and it would seem weird though, right? Because it's like, it's on my website, it's this strange space. But when you're in Patreon and you're looking for creators that you support, you feel like you're in a familiar place, and you're more likely to put your money there.
Yeah. Well, and Patreon works in a cool way where you can, you know, customize the way, you know, you can say, oh, I want to pay monthly, or I want to pay per post or per video. And so you can really just be, you know, like I could sit on a creator who makes these cool music videos and stuff and songs, and they don't do anything for like 6 months. But when they do put something out, I'll be able to give them some money, you know, like, because it's
like
just set up, and I'll get notified
tomorrow morning.
And I'll get notified of their video going up, and then I'll get sent a cool hand-drawn picture.
I gotta rework my Patreon, because
what's this?
Well,
no, it's fine. But anyway,
no, because the song I'm releasing, I'm putting it on YouTube, but it's just like one of those static image things with the song.
It's not a real
I don't know.
music
Do I
video.
charge for that, or like, do I not?
I don't know, man. It's up to your patrons.
My 2 active patrons.
Hey, it's 1 fewer than the podcast has, or no, 2 maybe. I think we have 4 patrons.
Oh, nice.
But thank you, all of our patrons, the same ones we've had. It actually is making a difference.
Your teamwork
FYI.
makes the dream work.
I've got almost enough to pay for a year of hosting saved up. Over 2 years of Patreon. But you know what? It's something, you know? Like, fuck. That's cool. Very cool to get some help from listeners. So, all right. We talked about that last week. Let's talk about Matt stuff.
Let's not.
You don't want to. Why not? You put it in here.
Cause I want to go pee and get another beer.
Okay, I need to
refuel.
pee. I need to get a drink as well. TJ, do you want to vamp?
I guess I'm going to vamp.
All right, you're gonna vamp.
So, all right.
I'm leaving you alone.
Take care, everyone. So I'm going to tell everyone who's still sticking around about why the heck I'm playing Fire Emblem Warriors and why you shouldn't. For people not in the know, Fire Emblem Warriors is actually I don't want to say a Warriors ripoff. It's made by the Dynasty Warriors guys, but it's just Fire Emblem characters. And if you like anything about Fire Emblem and can handle playing a Warriors game, it's a lot of fun, but it's very, very time-consuming and eats your soul. So please don't. Or be like me and do, but then you have to play with me. Too bad there's no online co-op. Can't help that. So that's what I've been playing this week. I was streaming earlier in the week. I am attempting to try and actually play Final Fantasy, the first one, and maybe actually beat it. So I'm going the really lazy way and playing it on easy mode. Hey, look, it's John coming back. Hello, John. Welcome back to the podcast. He can't hear me at all without his headphones. And that's what happens when you circumcise.
Okay, thank you. Oh God. Oh no. I gotta go. I gotta check that out now.
No, you're all good. I just threw that out there because that's what you first heard.
You gotta love little anti-circumcision post.
Oh boy, what did I miss?
There actually is a thing called uncircumcising someone,
Oh
where you
God.
where you stretch the existing
Nope.
foreskin out.
Bah.
Yeah, but that doesn't regenerate the nervous tissue like it's lost.
It doesn't.
Yeah,
but
man.
It does help protect the stuff that should not be exposed to prevent desensitization during activities.
Circumcision is a pretty fucked up process.
Yeah.
Like
I mean,
it's
when you
just
get
this
to it,
thing
yeah.
that we all accepted as a thing to do.
Yeah.
I was mostly just telling the podcast people what I was playing recently.
Circumcision Simulators 2007.
Basically. No, I was telling them why not to play Fire Emblem Warriors because it will eat your soul if you like either franchise. And that I'm trying to play through all the Final Fantasies, starting with the first one.
Oh wait, TJ, I wanted to do that too. Did you start?
Playing the Final Fantasies?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not very far. I've been doing it on stream.
Okay, I want to do it on stream too. I actually literally was thinking about doing that for streaming.
I'm starting with Final Fantasy Origins version of Final Fantasy 1.
Okay, is that the best
Because you can
version?
play because I'm playing it on easy mode. Because I'm not letting my pride saying I gotta beat this on on normal. Like,
Okay.
ain't nobody got time for that.
Well, you got to get through all of them, so
Yeah.
we don't got time for that. And I'm assuming the second one, there's an easier version to play as well.
Not
That was
really.
pretty difficult.
Just use a guide and cheese it.
Okay. Yeah, I actually was thinking about doing streaming Final Fantasy because I've never played. I played like 6, 7, 9. I didn't play 8, 10, 12, 13, 15.
It's
Okay.
not horrible. It didn't age well. I love it, but I understand why people hate it.
Fair enough. Okay. So let's talk about Matt.
Okay, this is actually a
gotta-
topic that I feel like you'll have more to say about than I do.
You got a rant
But
coming up?
Well, I went to a place to get a tux fitting, and I don't want to
Yep.
use any names, but let's just say it's
Sure.
a warehouse for men. And
Yep.
while
That's
I was
where
there,
people go.
Ross's dress for less.
while I was there, it's like I just like kept getting these skeevy feelings of like there's this whole weird
Yeah.
fucked up industry
Ow.
around weddings that is totally predatory and ridiculous, and
Yeah.
it's awful.
Yeah, it's kind of like one of those things that's like, okay, we know you're going to probably do this once. Or you're definitely going to do this once. Because nobody's going to have a
Yeah.
second wedding that's extravagant like the first one. So we gotta pump all the money out of you we can get.
Just
So you need to
fucking
get
milk you
this.
for all you got.
You need to get this. I know. Oh yeah, I recently got picked out tuxes and we did fittings, and it was so much more than I thought it was going to be for the tux rental. But I mean, I guess it's what can you do? You know, like
Yeah.
I was like, you know, we didn't think it was going to be that much, but like, where can we go? We went to like a national chain. It's not going to probably get like, it could be a little cheaper somewhere else, but it's not going to be like drastically cheaper. That's probably close to the going rate, you know?
I do think that a lot of this is them also trying to gorge out of what's left, because I do think that the millennial trend of wedding is going so non-standard that they're not getting as much business as they used to be.
Yep. You want to know what the average wedding tux rental is, Matt?
What?
$200. That's average.
Son of a dick.
Are you guys still running like 180?
No. It's more than 200.
350?
No. God, no. It's
Okay.
240.
That's rough still.
I know. It
Two-
includes
two-
shoes
two-
and everything. I mean, it's literally head to toe.
And
Everything you need to wear.
not even that, but like I have a wedding I have to go to this weekend. I just had to buy a suit for it. I was like, you son of a you
just need to buy a
fucking
suit.
I was about to say,
selfish
nice
bitch.
thing about a suit, though, is you get that suit. I bought a suit. I've worn it like 10 times. It's just you got it, you just wear it, and you have your one thing that you wear for every formal occasion.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you
Well,
get
I
it,
just think
you get
I
it
don't
fitted,
think
and you get
all
it
of
nice.
these. I don't think all of these friends that I have that are suddenly getting married realize how much of a burden they're putting on me personally. And I think that if they thought about it, maybe they would rethink their life choices. And, you know, maybe just take me into account.
Well, Matt, when you get married, I can help you out. I don't know if you're going to do the traditional route, though, but I mean, if you need me to rent a tux and be on your wedding party,
Well,
I'll do
got
it.
no plans, so we'll see.
Or if you don't do the traditional wedding, I'm sure I could give you a wedding gift. Of course,
I'm sure I could get ordained.
I already have a friend that's going to do that, so we're good. That'll save us some
Well,
cash.
I wasn't talking about for you. Let's talk about for Matt.
Oh yeah. No, I'll get ordained. We'll do it on the podcast.
I feel like there's a lot of plans being hatched around my future, and I'm not comfortable with that.
Well, my
you could
future's over, so I gotta live vicariously.
It's fine,
Yeah.
Matt. You can marry 2 of your cats and your 5.
Yeah.
Well, I'll marry them all
Cats
to
are
each
living
other.
in sin. Currently.
Yeah.
So, okay. So you talked about the wedding industrial complex, and your first experiences and kind of in it. I've been deep in it, and it's kind of those things you just got to do. There's no way around it. You want to have your special day. You got to
Right,
pay the
like-
piper.
Being at the store and just being surrounded by it's like
It's like a whole
weird-
fucking like industry. Yeah.
yeah, it's like a factory in there. They're just like trying to get you through the conveyor belt.
They're like, yep, here's the things. Check these off. It's kind of neat when you think about it, like, because you're just like that. I think they probably signed you up for like a warehouse for dudes card. So at least
Yeah,
you got
Dude
that.
Warehouse is what the
So-
store is called.
But like, because I guess the nice thing about that is because one of our other guys who got fitted was like, oh, your name is this, so you're from here, and they're like, yeah, oh, we got you in the system already. Here's like a $80 gift card because you already spent like $500 here in the last year because they went to another wedding. But I mean, it's at least they gave them a little bit of money back, like, because they want you to go there. The thing I like about the warehouse for dudes is they do have the big and tall sizes. So
Yeah.
and Adam can get fitted in a chain anywhere in the nation, and then they can
Yeah, that
deliver
does
it
make-
wherever. So.
That does sound like it makes it easier.
Yeah, that's kind of the only thing we could have done because I'm not going to make someone drive up here to get fitted for 20 minutes and then drive home. So, yeah. Anyway, it'll all be over. We'll have a great weekend of partying.
I mean, The important takeaway from this is that your personal happiness is a real burden on my life, and I just want you to remember that constantly.
Sure, Matt. Just get the wedding gift. We're looking at getting a new house, so let's get some stuff.
Well,
off of our
we'll
Bed
see
Bath
how
& Beyond
the
wish list.
timing works out. Maybe you'll get a secondhand Vive headset for your wedding gift.
I was okay. So let's a natural segue. But we've been looking for houses now, pretty earnestly in the last week and a half now. We put an offer on a house already, but it was one of 3, and it wasn't the highest, so we didn't get that one. But we're going to continue looking this weekend. It's insane how competitive it is. Like, we went to a house, and before the open house is supposed to be this Sunday, and yesterday, Thursday, before we got there were already 2 offers. And it opened on Wednesday, so I was like, okay, these are going pretty quick here. So you don't got a lot of time. You basically kind of have to have your finances all figured out and just kind of be like, all right, this is my price range. We like this one. Okay, let's make it happen, because you got a week basically to make it happen. So yeah. But anyway, we got lots of time.
All I know about house hunting, I know from House Hunters International. So I'm guessing that you and Lauren are in the budget for like a $14 million house.
I know, right? No, unfortunately not. Like, we're just looking for your standard starter home, your 2-bath, 3-bedroom kind of deal. In a more not fixer-upper, because I don't want to spend all of my time working on a house that's falling apart. So something a little bit more ready to move. So it'll be fine. We got time to look, but it's kind of hell. Like, when you have a lease, like, we can't get out of our lease, so we're just gonna have to deal with that when it gets there, because when you're thinking about hunting for a house and stuff, it just sucks.
No, you're keeping your future VR room in mind when you're looking at spaces,
this is why I segued. So we looked at a place, and I was like, this could be like a VR room, because they had like a finished basement room with like lots of space. And I was like, you can just get the computer in the corner here, set up the lighthouses on the wall here and here, and this is just our VR room. And I was like, that's one of the future rooms that I'm sure will be taken over by a nursery or something in the future. But until then, VR space in one of the bedrooms. But we'll see. So yeah, it's kind of one of the cool things. It's surprising how affordable it is. Like, it's not affordable because the houses are ridiculously expensive. But like, there's a lot of programs for first-time home buyers. It's like, you don't have to put anything down. Like, if you are in the income categories, in which I am,
and banks are just like, yeah, we'll lend you all the money. You just have to belong to us forever.
Yeah, 30 years. Like,
to be our property.
Yeah, but it's fine. But the or you could go to a credit union. UW Credit Union's good up in town here. They're not quite as fee-full or own you having as much. So anyway, that's how we do. That's how we do up here. Looking at that, it's insane. When the other house we looked at, that I was talking about my VR space, we were going to look at more this weekend and then compare and maybe make an offer on that one. And they were like, no, we need to know tonight. We already got 2 offers. So
you were like,
if you want it on this,
$5.
I know, it's just insane, but but it's crazy to think about when it's like, okay, this house is $240,000, but like with loan programs, you're like, well, if you got $4,000 up front to pay all the closing costs and can afford, like $1,700 a month payments, you got a house. Like,
I'm neither of those things.
Well, okay, but considering typically for a loan, you're expected to put 20% down, which is closer to like $50,000. And so being able to put $4,000 down and move in is like insane for first time home buyers, because they just want you in the system, and states and the government like FHA and Fannie Mae, they all have programs just be like, we want people to move into houses so they stay in the economies. So we want people to not like to be grounded here, you know? So, yeah, it's kind of crazy. I really hope that the market doesn't completely implode because the millennials aren't moving into houses. They're just going to rent forever.
Well, that should bring prices down, right? I also don't know how economy works.
Not after I buy them. Please don't have the prices go down after I buy it.
So millennials, I know you're all listening. Bring the prices down, and then bring them back up after John buys.
We're good. We're still on the boomer curve, though. So the baby boomers are still in the workplace and starting to still retiring at this point. So there's still going to be tons of new jobs opening up everywhere. So there'll be more people earning enough to buy houses. I just
you
wish
gotta get
that
one
I
of those
would have
sweet
had
boomer houses with like the green outdoor carpeting and shit.
Oh, dude, we looked at one of those in Sun Prairie, and we just were like we liked it from the photos because they had like updated the basement and they put in like a little wet bar and some stuff. But we went there and I was like, I'm gonna hit my head on the ceiling. I'm an inch from the ceiling. It was clear that and we just speculated that the woman who owned the house had died in the house because there was like handrails near the toilet and like the shower had like a built-in seat. And I was like, okay, so this was someone's this was someone's mom's house up until recently. So I was like, and it kind of had a funk to it a little bit that you could smell the air freshener like really strong. Yeah. You're like, yeah, it was a nah. But they wanted $230 for that house, which is insane.
$230. That's not bad.
Yeah. Anyway, so we're looking. We'll hopefully have something and be able to move in by March. So I'm very excited. Because Lauren's excited because she wants a dog. So that's like the number one reason. But like for me, the affordability of like $1,700 a month is like, it's doable, you know, like because our rent is $1,250 right now in our two bedroom, and it's not a lot more, you know. And I just got my new job, so it's kind of like, it's just renting is such a scam.
Is that $1,700 a month, including insurance?
Oh yeah, all that. Yep.
Okay.
That's the. I made a budget. We could go up to $2,000 a month in our budget.
Don't make that public.
But that is, well, whatever. But I mean, like, you know, between the two of us, you know, we could do it. That's the let's eat ramen a lot, but we can afford it amount. So we're hoping to go way lower than that.
Butter noodles it is.
Exactly. So it's kind of like, but like, I'm tired of renting.
Minute rice and sriracha.
You know, because I look at like, if I would have had my like shit together more, or been on it, or had lost my job during the Great Recession, and I would have been able to buy a house in 2011. Like we're looking at houses that like someone bought in 2012 for $200,000. They're selling it for $270 now. Like, you know, 5 years later, it's fucking stupid. It's like, Jesus. I mean, you pocket that money. You know what I mean when they buy it. You know, because you get your equity back. Because that's the thing.
You should get into
when you're
house
paying
flipping.
rent, you're throwing the money away. When you're paying for a house, you're putting the money in the bank. So when you sell the house, you get the money you put in back, or less than what you put in back if the house is worth less. But it almost never is, unless there's a crash. So,
yeah. But if I plan on dying before I finish paying off all of my debt, I think renting is the way to go.
Mm-hmm. Well, okay, here's the thing, Matt. If you die before you pay off your debt, for a mortgage, it's over. The bank just forecloses on the house and takes the property, eats the loss. It's not like a student loan that will go to your parents if you die.
No, they're going to die
I mean?
first.
Like,
I've planned this out. They're going to die, and then as soon as they're gone, I'll know I'm home free, and then that's my time to go. And we'll just all leave this mortal coil.
Yeah, that's the nice thing about like a home loan versus education loan. Because the education loan, you're the product because you got the education. So
Yeah.
that's it. Whereas the home, at least if you died, the bank is like, we got the house we can take, and that's actually
Doesn't-
worth money. So
Doesn't an
where
education
if you
loan
die,
not even go away if you declare bankruptcy?
Does
no,
not.
it's like literally,
I know
It's-
that. I
it's an
declared bankruptcy.
it's an incredibly great loan system. The at least it was when we got it, because yes, it doesn't ever go away, but also you're able to defer it, which you can't do with very many
I
kinds
do
of
that
loans.
fucking all the time.
Yeah, like you're able to be like, and it doesn't hurt your credit. It's like, or well, depending on how much you do it, but you know what I mean? Like, it's an ability to be just like, oh, I lost my job. I need 6 months off. It's not going to hurt you're not going to take a credit hit. And then, all right, back on it because I got a new job. So it's kind of like one of those things that you can't do with a mortgage. If you don't pay that, they take the house. So, with the student loan, it's like, financial hardship, that. So it's kind of like, there's some pros, some cons, so it's someone's got to get paid for that. Or if we elect to, Bernie, it all goes away. And I'll be one of
Bernie,
those people who are furious
2020.
because
Bernie Oprah
paid off-
2020.
my student loans will be paid off in November, so which is exciting.
Well, aren't you fucking special?
But that also means that my 10-year loan I took out, it's 10 years since I've graduated. I'm an old now. Like, fuck, man. 10 years from college. 14 years from when I started college. Oh. God. I remember when you start college, it was, let's get it started in here. It was like a song that was popular. That was like so long ago. We were less than half a decade away from NSYNC being huge when we were in college. And now that feels like ancient history. God damn.
We were less than a decade away from Y2K when we started college.
But it's crazy because, like, when you think about, like, adulting and all this stuff, it's just like we're in it now. We're deep in it. There's no turning back at this point. We're knee deep in fucking garbage. So, what I'm saying, Matt, is all hope is lost because now there's nowhere to go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a house that I'm tied to, like
Forever.
Tide Pods. I'm gonna have Tide Pods in the
Forever.
house.
So what you're saying is right now we're in episode 5.
Mhm.
We're in the Empire Strikes Back kind of world.
Yeah, this is the dark part because we're no, it's not the dark part because we're gonna get to move into a house with more space, have a pet dog.
Yeah. And don't worry, after
affordable.
society collapses, like, I don't
Yeah.
think you'll have to repay your mortgage if there's not a government anymore.
That's true. You're right. I can just be like Castle Doctrine. Come and take it, bank. I got my gun.
Do we have Castle Doctrine in Wisconsin?
I don't know. We got fucking like concealed carry everywhere. I just love that shit where they're like,
I want to be like Texas, who can conceal carry swords.
fuck yeah, sword canes legal. You keep that hidden. All right, so let's talk about less sad stuff and turn on to more misery vampire stuff. If we
Yep.
want to start quacking, let's get quacking. That's my new catchphrase.
Hashtag let's get quacking.
And so let's get cracking. Let's get quacking. Let me get a little sip. And drink water for the working man.
It's milkshake duck.
It's Milkshake Duck the Week time. Let's talk about Chris Parker. Now, this is a year old already because I'm trying to find the best of the best of Milkshake Ducks for you because we didn't have this segment a year ago. And I hope this doesn't link to any of the spoilers about this guy because I didn't know anything about this guy, but I'm going to screen share now the article. New York Times. They went to Manchester Arena as homeless men. They left as heroes. London for Chris Parker, the arena's entrance area, might have seemed like a good place to ask people for money. Stephen Jones found a spot nearby to sleep. Now the two men, both homeless, are being praised as heroes for helping victims of the Manchester Arena bombing. Mr. Parker, 33, was panhandling when the bomb exploded. According to local news reports, the force of the blast knocked him to the floor, but he was unfazed. Rather than running for safety, he went to the aid of victims, comforting a girl who lost her legs, wrapping her in a t-shirt, and cradling a dying woman in his arms. Mr. Jones, 35, said he pulled nails out of children's arms and faces.
Jesus
And
Christ, John.
Just because I'm homeless don't mean I got a heart or I'm not human still, he told ITV News. I'd like to think someone would come and help me if I needed the help, he said. I'm doing my best Dick Van Dyke here. Adding that he had been overcome by the instinct. It was children! It was a lot of children with blood all over them, crying and screaming.
It's really
Mr.
fucking
Parker
bumming me out.
That's okay. It's about to bum you out about 10 times worse. Mr. Parker told the news agency Press Association that amid the smoke and shrieks, he saw a little girl. I wrapped her in one of the merchandise t-shirts and I said, "Where is your mom and daddy?" She said, "My dad is at work. My mom is up there." He was quoted as saying. But yeah, so there's this tragedy here that, here's the correction. Let's talk about this. All right, let me go to a BBC article. Manchester Arena attack. Hero admits theft from victims.
Nope! I'm out. Fuck.
This is literally the worst thing I've read. So this man had a Kickstarter campaign or an Indiegogo, got like $30,000 from people saying, "You're helping out, man. You're helping out." Here's the thing. England? What do you know about England? Big Brother, CCTV. We're talking about cameras everywhere. And here's what we got. Chris Parker, 33, was initially dubbed a hero after claiming he comforted a seriously injured girl. CCTV footage played to the Manchester Crown Court showed him wandering between stricken victims. He kept returning to injured Pauline Healy, whose granddaughter lay dying nearby, before leaning over and taking her handbag to steal her purse. The footage showed paramedics and police trying to resuscitate victims close by as he did so. Within hours of taking the purse, he was using her bank card at a local fast food restaurant. This is literally one of the worst things I've ever read. Attack.
It's not great to hear.
So they had a donation page on like GoFundMe, so and stuff, and then they made £52,000 on this thing. So the prosecutor
really
said he admitted to stealing items belonging to the victims and using a bank card. And so prosecutor said it was clear the defendant provided some limited assistance to people injured at the entrance, but he equally took the opportunity to commit the thefts. You know what's really interesting about this is that, like, literally, this is a thing that happens in Les Miserables. After during the uprising and all the people dying, like the Thénardier, the grifty shopkeeper is going through the sewers and stealing jewelry off the dead. And it's like kind of a real stark underbelly kind of thing in that, and that's like, no, that's happening, you know.
Yeah, so that's real.
So that this is the thing. This is the lesson I want to give people with social media and the phenomenon of milkshake ducks is stop canonizing people virally. You can't just be like, this person did one thing, so they're a saint, because it happens every time. It's just like, okay, we got all bandwagoning on this like fucking let's jerk each other off parade. Like, oh, share this. This guy is so great. Like all this. I mean, and then you know,
if there's a GoFundMe page and it's been around for less than a week, don't fucking donate to it.
To be fair, the GoFundMe page is refunding all of that money. It was never paid out, so it's not that. But let's see here. Some other things that he was accused of, but he did not get convicted of. because once he admitted stealing the purse and the thing, they weren't going to try and bring up any more in court. You know, they're like, he already admitted to doing this one thing, so we're going to send him some of that. He was accused of stealing a purse belonging to Pauline Healy, grandmother of a girl who was killed in the attack. He was also accused of stealing a mobile phone from a teenage girl who was laying on the ground. I mean, like, this is the worst stuff. I mean, like, you know, this people are like dying, and he's like, I'm gonna take the purse. Well, let me check this phone. Oh, I can take this phone. All right, goodbye. Like, I don't know. So I'm this is really negative now that I think about it. There's no good to this. The only good to this is understanding that, like, we gotta stop. Like,
Yeah, it's not
this
like
is how.
and some of the past ones you could be like, well, they tried to make a joke and it turned out super racist and not
Yes,
funny.
yes,
Oh,
yes.
they're bad. Like their life doesn't deserve to be ruined because of this one like
Yeah,
failed.
this
thing.
guy does.
This,
You know.
this guy's garbage. And
Yeah, maybe
Ah,
he's homeless for a
fuck.
reason. Yeah, so. Yeah, I didn't even hear this story though. You know, like until I searched like, you know, milkshake duck like examples, and this is one of the worst ones. Do you want to hear
This
another
is
thing from?
definitely the worst one we've had.
Do you want to hear another some more stuff about this? So, homeless hero Chris Parker. This is from the Manchester Evening News, which may or may not be a real website, of course, fake news and all that. But it looks very real. The page looks to have recent Manchester news on it all over it. So, homeless hero Chris Parker took pictures of the wounded after Manchester Arena attack. So he took a bunch of photos of people that were laying on the ground. Jesus. Oh, this is the worst. Oh my God. I mean, he's the literal opposite of what people thought he was. You know what I mean? Like, this guy didn't help anyone. I mean, yeah, maybe it was like, hey, could you move out of the way so I can take that purse? Like, get up. Let me lift you up here so I can reach in your pocket. Yeah, so that's the thing. I just really hate that, like, this is kind of like, because you kind of see that with like local news stories, like way back in the past, where like, we got to find this cool little story of like this thing to like
human
make a
interest
cool
shit.
little like little, you know, human interest focused story, and those are always kind of bullshit. But you know, it's a real news organization, like, coming together and hopefully putting something behind it. But when you have the whole weight of like social media, people just share shit and don't even read it. And like, there's and that's why like
spreads so quickly.
And that's kind of the way I've always been, is when I see something on social media, I check Snopes. I immediately like Google around, and I'm like, okay, is this real or not? Okay, it's not. And then I'll oftentimes on Facebook, not on Twitter, because Twitter's a fucking cesspool. But on Facebook,
the worst.
like, post like, actually, this is wrong, because that kind of shit bugs me. Either side of the political spectrum, like, it's just like, stop. We can't do this. Like, real shit. The truth is the importance, not the story. And that's kind of social media that's not the way it's built. It's about getting viral, about getting clicks.
It's built on reactions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so anyway, the homeless hero pled guilty to theft just this January. So, yep.
Everything's terrible.
Somebody
And,
come up with something fun. Come on.
420 this year is going to be pretty insane.
yeah, fucking cardboard
TJ.
shit.
Because not only is this year's 420 going to introduce us to a Super Troopers 2,
Yes.
but we're going to be able to deal with, as my tweet that no one read said, washboard abs and cardboard tabs. As we got both
I
God of
read
War
that
and
tweet.
Nintendo Labo coming out that day.
Fuck yeah, baby. Oh, good. I've got a life hacker Australia top 5 milkshake ducks.
Man, I want to play that new God of War.
Get
I'm
a
ready
couple
for
more
it.
of these.
I want to play that too. Is that PlayStation exclusive or is that?
It is
coming to
PlayStation
PC?
exclusive.
God damn it! I gotta get a PlayStation. TJ, can I have a PlayStation?
You can have my PS2. No, never mind. You can have my PS3. Take that instead. Not my PS2.
I'll give you a used Vive headset for it.
Okay.
Just give him that used.
So if that's the case, I'll get you a PS4.
You're pawning off
Well-
that used headset quite a bit here, Matt.
Yeah,
I'm
well,
beginning to think that your offer as a gift was not enough. Like that's not real.
no. My
man.
gift to you is that I'm paying $260 to rent a tuxedo for your goddamn archaic ceremony bullshit.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Your hand fasting or whatever the
Matt,
fuck
do you want
people
to do you want
these
to
days.
do you want to know something cool, Matt?
What?
So since we rented so many tuxes, one of them got to be free,
Oh, it's yours.
and I made it mine.
Yeah. It's not because of the so many tuxes. I think I only had to get like 4,
Yeah,
and that was enough to make mine free. Although
Yeah.
I didn't go full tux on that because
yeah.
I still use mine. I just got the innards.
Oh, you bought it though.
No, I rented the
Oh,
innards.
Okay.
I used my tux, but I got the
Oh,
a
Matt,
better undershirt and a.
did I tell you that since my tux was free, I was going to give my groomsmen a check for part of their tux rental fee? Because that was my plan. So, eat your
Hey,
words,
John,
Matt.
I just wanted to thank you for allowing me this opportunity.
I'm not going to be able
part
to
of your
pay for
special
all of
day.
it, but I got to split it. But
So
I figured
color
I'd help.
scheme. What are you guys doing in terms of colors?
Gray, so spring wedding. So it's gray with like mint green. So it's
Okay.
kind of like and brown shoes. So it's kind of like a spring green, bright. It looks really pretty. They
So
look
your
really
tux-
nice.
Your tux is gonna be different than the rest. How is yours? Gonna be
No,
different?
mine's not going to be different than the rest. Nah,
Oh, it'll be the same.
same.
Okay.
How's
We'll have
Lauren
different-
gonna know which one of us she's marrying?
We're gonna. Well, I'm not the tallest one, so because my brother's there.
Take
But
this man.
I believe we're gonna have flower boutonnieres that we're gonna tie into the lapel. So I'm sure I'll
'Cause-
have a special one.
Well, and we all know Lauren's vision is based on movement, so if we all stand
Yes.
still, like she's
That's
gonna be
true.
really confused.
All I gotta do is move. You know, and so. Yeah. So, anyway, I like the milkshake duck of the week segment. I gotta keep these up because
Kill me. This is
That
it
was-
may destroy my will to live.
that was the worst one I think we're gonna ever see. You know, because otherwise we're talking about like, you know, Ken Bone. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, on Reddit he
Good
like,
old women are human submarines, Ken Bone.
yeah, okay. Well, you know, he said some dumb shit. But like that's not nearly as bad as racist hot cop. You know, like
Yeah.
openly talking about Jews being burned and yeah, so you know there's
or
levels.
that was it? I don't remember. Sometimes I don't remember if I've seen these things in real life or on the show. But the was it last week? The body positive Instagram model that ended up being super racist.
Do you know what I love about the creator of Milkshake Duck, Pixelated Boat, is so that the Fire and the
They're
Fury
just
book
so
came out.
racist.
The Fire and the Fury book came out, and then this is something that Pixelated Boat does all the time on his Twitter account, is he'll post like what looks like an excerpt from a book or like an image of something that he's photoshopped with the most ridiculous shit in it. So do you remember?
I
Yeah.
got caught at one of these, and I
Yeah.
think I know which one you're talking about.
I know, because it's insane, and it's just like kind of one of those things that the whole point of the humor, and actually Captain Disillusion had a whole thing about this, where he talked about in his most recent video about he really hates this kind of humor, where you're trying to pass off something as real, you know, and it's not, because it really blurs the line between what's fake and what's not. But I really love this. So here's a tweet. A fake excerpt from the book that he put out saying, wow, this extract from Wolf's book is shocking insight into Trump's mind. This is so good, though, that people believe this. And I did for like half a second. And I was like,
I did for
this
about
is-
a week.
This is too ridiculous. And well, the thing is that I knew his kind of style of stuff. So, but
Okay.
a lot of people ran with this thing. So On his first night in the White House, President Trump, this is fake, by the way, I'm just making this right now, complained that
Fake
the TV in his
news.
bedroom was broken because it didn't have the, quote, gorilla channel. Trump seemed to be under the impression that a TV channel existed that screened nothing but gorilla-based content 24 hours a day. To appease Trump, White House staff compiled a number of gorilla documentaries into a makeshift gorilla channel, broadcast into Trump's bedroom from a hastily constructed transmission tower on the South Lawn. However, Trump was unhappy with the channel they had created, moaning that it was boring because, quote, the gorillas aren't fighting. So the staff edited out all the parts of the documentaries where gorillas weren't hitting each other, and at last the president was satisfied. Quote, on some days he'll watch the gorilla channel for 17 hours straight, an insider told me. Quote, he kneels in front of the TV with his face about 4 inches from the screen and says encouraging things to the gorillas like, the way you hit that other one gorilla was good. I think he thinks the gorillas can hear him. And we immediately have Eric Garland, who is, notable, I believe, left-leaning, what was he, campaign editor on The Hill. I'm sorry, no, that's the guy who posted Eric Garland's thing. Sorry, that guy's a campaign editor on The Hill. But he pointed out that their thing is, I forget who Eric Garland is. He's some fucking alt-right asshole, I'm sure. Can't imagine it. Oh, no. Okay, sorry. He isn't. He was a writer, futurist, fucking, like, lobbyist guy who he was the game theory Twitter guy who posted, like, the 800 tweet long, like, thread about how the Russia conspiracy is, like, this deep thing. Anyway, he fell for it. You know what I mean? and then the meme took off in a quite fun way, where Netflix said, "Please stop calling customer service hotline to ask if we have the Gorilla Channel." Animal Planet's like,
Yeah, that's where
we
I
got
saw
a lot of gorillas on our channel. And so I just love that, like,
so good.
but I mean, like, people are just like, and it's the most insane thing too with the whole milkshake duck phenomenon is that we keep having things that come back on us, and everyone keeps believing it. You know what I mean? Like, everyone just, like, you know what I mean? Like, my first instinct has always been, and maybe that's why I'm a biology, like, a science person. My first instinct is always like, I need to see some evidence. Like, hearing a news story is not enough for me. Like, I always have to dig deep. But that's always the way I've been, like, going to Wikipedia holes and making sure everything's all that. So, anyway. I just love the gorilla one because it was so ridiculous. But the thing, you know what the sad part is, TJ? Is that you could believe it to be true. You could believe it to be true of some of the ridiculous stuff you've heard, like.
But he
sounds
really
plausible.
is afraid of sharks, right?
Oh my God. Well, I mean, who isn't, though? Like, that's kind of one of those funny things that, like, you think about, like, kids probably aren't. But, like, if you were younger when Jaws came out, you're fucking afraid of sharks is how it worked, So we don't have that. I mean, what are people afraid of in movies now? What do we have? The Purge?
Dying Alone.
I'm afraid of the future of America. What were you saying? The Babadook?
Dying Alone.
Dying Alone. Yes, that's a good one. There's a whole Reddit about Forever Alone. That's on my worst to Reddit too, but
Yeah.
There's
anyway,
also Men Going Their Own Way. That's a terrible, terrible Reddit.
What's that about?
Go your own way.
It's Forever Alone, but they convince themselves that it's their choice.
That it's okay.
So, voluntary celibates?
Yeah.
But
Yeah, it's the opposite of
not
incel.
really.
It's volcel.
also,
Anyway. So how you guys doing? What do we got? What do we got to end the show?
Nacho Cunnilingus.
Nacho Conolingus.
Fuck, guys.
What happened?
I gotta pull into the next way station.
You son
Yeah, I
of
saw
a
you were still
bitch!
playing.
You
I just got-
goddamn son of a bitch! Get your ass off that game!
Hey,
Fuck you and the horse
this-
you rode in on.
this industrial digger needs to get to the dig site.
He's got to bring the product.
I got
Stay
to pull
tuned
over here
after
into this
the
way
credits
station.
sequence for a song that I released that John's gonna edit into
Yes.
the end of the episode. Wink.
Is that going to pull past filters? Are we not going to? Are we going to get copyright striked by you? Copyright
I don't
striked.
even know.
Struck.
That
I
doesn't
think it's so-
exist on iTunes. That it's not going to be on the
Ah.
YouTube version, so it's okay. Unless if I play it on the YouTube version.
What is up with the way stop though, huh?
You
Whenever
can
I
find
drive
him
past
at
one of these
John
on the
Dan-
highway, it's not
underscore
open.
danger. Twitter.com/John_danger. You can find me at
John
Matt
be
Haig
trucking.
Music everywhere. MattHaigMusic.com is where music stuff happens. TJ, where can people find you?
You can find the emo hair TJ over on the Twitter at MayofMay84. Hashtag
Yeah.
save May of May because we need to get that username back. Find me on Twitch. I've been streaming. I actually have been streaming.
You
So
have
good.
that's
been, and I haven't been able to catch any
May.
of them. And I've
Yeah.
felt very
It's
bad
been really
about
late
that.
or really awkward times.
Yeah, I'm
It's
just
fine.
out here. I'm just out here on the American roads, the highways, the byways. I'm trucking my Peterbilt. That's where you can
Yeah.
find
The website
me.
is the website is borninthE80s.net. We post all our episodes up there. There's a link to our Discord and a link to our. There's no link to our subreddit yet, but that's fine. I'm
Nope.
gonna start
Link to the-
posting more
Thanks
stuff.
to everyone
Yeah.
that showed up live for the chat. You kept it real interesting. And
Yep.
we
Yeah, it was a lot of
appreciate
fun.
Oh,
Yeah, and if you join Matt's channel at twitch.tv/Matt Haig Music,
yep.
we seem to be streaming more Friday nights ish, 10 p.m. We might
For
make that
now.
a consistent thing. But that's 10 p.m. Central Standard Time. It's
CST.
GMT -6 for people
Ooh.
international.
Across the pond, if you will.
Yep.
Although Matt's
by
got to
pond,
go
I
to
mean-
bed
Pop
early,
it.
though, soon.
Oh
When's
yeah, so
that
we might have to
start
change that again.
That's a couple months from now.
I suppose, yes.
I think
Looking
March.
outside, I don't think the farmer's market's happening right now.
Yeah, hell no. But I need
So
my
episode
goddamn
300.
hot
Next week is
sauce.
our 300.
We're all gonna take
Yeah.
300 shots.
We're gonna have to.
I don't know what we're going to do for that one. We'll have to talk about it throughout the week. I know Lance wants to record, so maybe we can figure something out.
Yeah, live suicide on the podcast.
Live, yeah! End it all! Oh my god, I almost ran into a Mercedes.
Okay, but
Sorry,
you,
guys.
you gotta tag me
That's
with
fine.
you.
It's not worth it.
I honestly think it would be really cool for us to all go on American Truck Simulator and do a podcast where we're all driving. We're all hauling big rigs.
No, we gotta
Is this
do a
online?
podcast from Desert Bus.
Unfortunately, it's not online. I don't think so, no.
Okay.
It'd be fucking cool if it was, though, because then
Just lines
fucking
of big rigs.
traffic. Ugh.
I love the GPS.
Yeah. It's nice. I love this game. I can look out the back. Anyway.
Bye bye,
Yep.
everybody.
Bye. Thanks for watching. Sorry to ruin your
Bye.
lives with the milkshake duck this week.
Mm.